All right, so we're diving into content creation today,
Okay.
specifically PLR and AI.
Sounds good.
And, we were looking at the sources that you send over,
Right.
and it seemed like you were kind of trying to decide,
Right.
which one of these is the way to go to really level up your content game.
Exactly.
Is that accurate?
That's 100%.
Okay, great.
It's a jungle out there. And
Yeah.
PLR and AI are both being touted as, the secret weapon,
Right.
but they've each got their own
Sure.
quirks and limitations.
For sure. For sure. Okay, so let's unpack it a little bit.
Yeah.
So first, let's talk about PLR. I mean, just so we're all on the same page. PLR is basically where you're buying these packages of pre-written content, like
Yes.
articles, ebooks, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you can tweak them.
Yeah.
But isn't that a little risky? I mean, what about duplicate content? Google's not a fan of that.
Yeah, you bring up a great point.
Yeah.
Originality is a major consideration with PLR. Multiple people can buy the same package.
Right.
So it's really important to understand
Yeah.
how to use it effectively
Okay.
without getting penalized by Google.
Okay.
It's not just about slapping your name on it
Right.
and calling it a day.
So it's more than just like a Band-Aid for a content drought.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what are some smart ways to use it?
Well, think of it as a foundation, not a finished product.
Okay.
You're buying the raw materials, the structure, the research,
Right.
the core ideas.
Yeah.
And then you build on that.
Okay.
You add your own insights, your own voice.
Mm-hmm.
You tailor it to your audience.
So it's like, buying a fixer-upper house.
Exactly.
You got the bones, but you got to do a lot of work.
Yeah, you just got to put in the work to make it your own.
Yeah.
And that level of customization can actually be a strength of PLR.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because you're not starting completely from scratch.
Right.
So you save time and resources.
Yeah.
But you're also in control of shaping the final message.
That makes sense. Okay. But,
Yeah.
sometimes you just need content like yesterday.
Right.
Could PLR be the answer for that?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It can be a lifesaver
Mhm.
when you need to fill a website quickly or launch a campaign
Yeah.
with a tight turnaround time.
Right.
And you can find PLR packages for almost any niche imaginable.
Oh, wow.
It's just a matter of finding a reputable source
Okay.
and choosing content that aligns with your brand.
So speed and affordability.
Yeah,
Those are definite pluses for PLR.
for sure.
Okay, but we got to talk about the elephant in the room,
Okay.
which is AI-generated content.
Right.
It seems like everybody's either like praising it as a miracle worker or fearing it as a job-stealing robot.
Yeah, it's
Where do you stand on that?
it's more nuanced than that.
Okay.
AI is a tool,
Right.
and it's evolving incredibly fast.
Yeah.
And I think the really fascinating thing is how it's fundamentally changing the way we approach content creation.
Okay, so instead of it just being like,
Yeah.
okay, we're just going to get rid of human writers and have AI do it,
Right.
it's really like changing the whole game.
It's changing the game altogether. Yeah.
Okay.
Because think about it. AI can process information
Right.
and generate content at a speed that no human can match.
Yeah.
This opens up possibilities for like real-time content personalization,
Wow.
hyper-targeted campaigns, adapting to trends almost instantly.
So it's like having a research assistant who can write like 1,000 words a minute.
It is.
But how does that translate to better content for, like, let's say someone who runs a small business?
Okay, so let's say you're running an online store.
Okay.
An AI tool can analyze your customer data
Right.
and generate personalized product descriptions,
Interesting.
or even craft unique email campaigns
Right.
that are tailored to each individual.
So instead of sending out the same email blast to everybody,
Exactly.
you're really targeting people based on their interests.
100%.
That's way more effective
Way more effective.
than anything I could do manually.
Absolutely. And as AI models become more sophisticated,
Yeah.
they're getting better at mimicking human writing styles
Okay.
and adapting to different tones of voice.
So it's not just like this robotic sounding,
Right.
blah, blah, blah anymore. It's actually starting to sound human.
It's getting much better.
But what about the downsides?
Sure.
I've heard some horror stories about like AI just spitting out weird information or incorrect information.
Yeah, so it's true. AI isn't perfect.
Okay.
The quality really depends on the model being used,
Uh-huh.
the training data it's learned from,
Okay.
and how skilled you are at crafting what are called prompts.
So there's an art to getting it to do what you want.
There is an art to it.
It's not just like, write me a blog post about dog grooming. And
Right.
boom, there it is.
Exactly. You've got to think of it as a collaboration. You provide the AI with the context, the direction,
Okay.
the specific details,
Uh,
and it uses its vast knowledge base
okay.
to generate the content.
Yeah.
But you still need to be the editor, the fact checker,
Right.
and the creative force behind the final product.
So it's like a really powerful writing partner,
Yeah.
not a replacement for human.
That's a great way to put it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got PLR, which is all about affordability and speed.
Right.
And then AI, which has this crazy potential for scale personalization.
Yeah.
It seems like both have their pros and cons,
For sure.
but I'm guessing there are some situations where one might be a better fit than the other.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what we're going to delve into next.
Awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah. So we were talking about how both PLR and AI content
Right.
have their own strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
And it's not a one-size-fits-all.
Right.
You know, it really depends
Sure.
on what you're trying to do.
And you mentioned that there are situations where one might be better fit than the other.
Exactly.
So let's play a little game of content creation matchmaker.
Okay, I like it.
What kind of content would you pair with PLR?
All right, so let's say you're a small business owner
Okay.
and you need to quickly create some social media posts.
Okay.
Or maybe you're launching a new website and you need to populate it with some basic articles.
Right.
That's where PLR can really shine.
It's like having this ready-made content library
Yes.
at your fingertips.
Exactly.
You can find articles, ebooks, even social media templates,
Yeah.
all pre-written and ready to be customized.
And the beauty of PLR
Yeah.
is that it can free you up
Okay.
to focus on other aspects of your business.
Interesting.
You can use that extra time to engage with your audience,
Uh-huh.
refine your marketing strategies, or just take a break.
Makes sense. Okay, that makes sense for those smaller, more
Yeah.
straightforward content needs.
Right.
But what about when you're trying to create something unique, something that really stands out?
Sure.
Could PLR still work in that scenario?
It definitely can,
Okay.
but it requires a more strategic approach.
Okay.
So let's say you're creating a lead magnet.
Okay.
Something valuable you offer for free
Right.
in exchange for someone's email address.
Like an ebook or a checklist.
Exactly.
Those are essential
Yeah.
for building an email list and nurturing leads.
For sure.
Yeah.
You could use a PLR package as a starting point
Okay.
for your lead magnet.
Uh-huh.
Take the core ideas in the structure,
Right.
infuse them with your own brand voice,
Okay.
your personal experiences, your unique insights.
So you're adding your own secret sauce to it
Exactly.
to make it truly valuable.
100%. And that's where your creativity comes in.
Yeah.
You can take a PLR template
Uh-huh.
and transform it into something completely unique
That's really cool.
that reflects your brand and resonates with your audience.
So I'm starting to see how PLR can be
Hmm.
a lot more versatile
It is.
than just using it verbatim.
Yeah.
It's about leveraging the foundation and building on it.
Exactly. Working smarter, not harder.
Love it. Okay, so we've covered some PLR use cases.
Yeah.
Let's talk about when you would call in the AI for content creation.
Right.
When does it make sense to kind of hand over the reins to the algorithm?
So imagine you're running a large-scale content operation.
That,
Maybe you're publishing new articles every day,
Hmm.
or you need to create a constant stream of social media updates.
yeah.
That's where AI, speed, and efficiency really come into play.
So if you're trying to scale,
Yeah.
AI is the way to go.
It is. It's like having a whole team of writers
It is.
working for you 24/7.
Right. And remember what we talked about earlier, AI's ability to personalize content?
Yes,
That's where things get really, really interesting.
it does. Remind me, how does AI personalize content?
Think about those personalized recommendations you get
Yeah.
on streaming services or e-commerce sites.
Yeah.
AI algorithms are analyzing vast amounts of data.
Your browsing history, your past purchases,
Right.
even your social media activity
Yeah.
to figure out what you're most likely to want to see.
So it's like having a personal shopper
It is.
who knows your tastes better than you do.
Exactly.
But how does that apply to content creation?
So let's say you're running an email marketing campaign.
Okay.
With AI, you can go beyond simple segmentation,
Right.
like sending different emails to men versus women,
Yeah.
and create truly individualized messages
Okay.
that resonate with each person's interests and needs.
Wow, that's a level of personalization
It is.
I could never achieve on my own.
I hear you.
Wouldn't it take forever to set that up?
That's the beauty of it. You don't have to.
Oh, okay.
AI can handle the heavy lifting.
Okay.
It can analyze your audience data,
Right.
identify patterns and preferences, even generate different versions of your email copy,
Wow.
all tailored to each individual recipient.
So it's creating a custom content experience
Yes.
for every single person.
That's the ultimate goal.
That's amazing.
And as AI technology continues to advance,
Yeah.
we're only going to see even more sophisticated forms of personalization emerge.
Okay, so AI is clearly the front runner when it comes to scale personalization.
For sure.
But what about other types of content? Can AI write a novel? Can it write a screenplay?
The possibilities are expanding all the time.
Wow.
We're seeing AI being used to write news articles, especially for data-heavy topics like finance or sports.
Interesting.
It can even generate different creative text formats,
Okay.
like poems, scripts, even musical pieces.
So while a human author might spend months, agonizing over a plot quest,
Right.
AI can just churn out,
Yeah.
dozens of different options.
And analyze which ones are most likely to resonate with readers
Oh, wow.
based on data from previous bestsellers.
That's both impressive and a little bit terrifying.
It is.
But let's be real.
Okay.
Can AI really replace the human element of storytelling?
That's a great question,
That emotional connection that really draws us in.
and one that we'll be exploring in more depth.
We've been exploring the world of PLR and AI for content creation,
We have.
kind of from the basics of how they work,
Right?
some pretty amazing things they can achieve.
Yeah, some mind-blowing stuff.
Yeah, and
And-
we were talking about earlier, can technology
Right.
really capture the heart of storytelling?
Yeah. Can it capture that human touch?
Yeah, that human touch that makes it really connect.
What makes content really connect?
Yeah. I mean, is it man versus machine creativity versus algorithm?
Right.
And where do you see this all going?
Well, it's a question that sparks a lot of debate,
Uh-huh.
and there's no easy answer.
Sure.
AI is certainly evolving at a rapid pace,
Right?
but there's something unique about human creativity,
Yeah.
that spark of ingenuity,
Mhm.
that I believe will always have a place in content.
So it's not about one replacing the other.
I don't think so.
It's more about how they can kind of coexist and work together.
It's about figuring out how they can coexist
Yeah.
and complement each other.
Like partners.
Like a partnership, exactly.
Okay.
AI can handle the heavy lifting,
Yeah.
the research, the data analysis,
Mhm.
even the generation of different content variations.
Right.
But it's the human element, the emotional intelligence,
Yeah.
the understanding of nuance and context,
Right.
the ability to craft a compelling narrative
Yeah.
that elevates the content from good to great.
So it's like you got this super efficient assistant
Yeah.
who can handle all the boring tasks,
Right.
and it frees you up to do the creative stuff, the
Right.
thinking, the big picture.
That's where I see the real potential
Yeah.
of this partnership.
Right.
AI can empower content creators
Yeah.
to work smarter,
Yeah.
not harder,
I love that.
to push the boundaries of what's possible
Yeah.
and create really impactful experiences.
Okay, but let's be realistic.
Okay.
Not everybody has a team of data scientists and AI experts.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to someone just starting out
Yeah.
with these tools? Where do they even begin?
Well, the good news is the barrier to entry for both PLR and AI
Okay.
is lower than ever.
Really?
There are so many resources available online,
Yeah.
tutorials, guides, free and affordable tools.
So it's not just for, big companies
But anymore,
with tons of money.
anyone can experiment
Okay.
and start incorporating these tools
Yeah.
into their workflow.
And one of the best ways to learn is just by doing it.
By doing it, yeah.
Right.
Start experimenting with different PLR packages.
Okay.
Play around with some AI writing tools,
Mhm.
see what works for you, what doesn't.
It's like any new skill.
Exactly.
The more you practice.
The more comfortable you'll become.
Yeah.
And who knows, you might discover some hidden talents
That's true.
or unlock new creative possibilities you never knew you had.
That's cool.
That's the beauty of exploration.
Yeah.
And as you're navigating this landscape,
Uh-huh.
don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yeah.
Seek out guidance from experienced creators.
Right.
Stay curious about the latest developments.
Yeah, the content world changes so fast.
The world of content creation is constantly evolving.
It does.
So it's all about being adaptable, staying informed,
Right.
never losing that passion for creating something engaging and meaningful.
I like that. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive into PLR and AI content creation,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with this thought.
Okay.
The future of content is collaborative.
I think so.
It's about finding that balance between human ingenuity
Right.
and technological innovation.
Finding the right balance.
Yeah, and using both to create something truly amazing.
Absolutely. And whether you're a seasoned content creator or just starting out, remember the most important ingredient
Yes.
is your own unique voice,
Yeah.
your perspective,
Yeah.
your passion for sharing your ideas with the world.
That's a great point. Well said. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey.
My pleasure.
We hope this deep dive has inspired you to explore the possibilities of PLR and AI content creation
I hope so.
and discover how you can use these powerful tools to really take your content to the next level.
It's an exciting time to be creating content.
It is.